Hey guys, it's Luke from the CE Mega Builders. As promised in the first episode, I'm bringing you the Bank Vault. As you may remember from the first episode, it was built in cobblestone. It is now being converted, or it's in the process of being converted, to match the station. Now I have to be really careful now, because if I were to turn around you'd see a couple of episodes ahead of what you will be at the moment. So, let's sneakily get down here. Right, that's fine. Right, I'm going to show you this the only way I know how. And basic idea is, these would not normally be here. As you can see, I've trapped oh god. Alright, I'll kill him later. I've trapped villagers in here on pressure plates. It would normally be open like that, as this one is as well, and one here. Now they're all stood on there. As you can see, the door to the vault is still closed. If I stand on the final plate, they all have to be stood on simultaneously to activate an RS NOR latch, which will hold the door open until reset. And then, as you can see, there's a pressure plate for exit only. Now before we head on down into the vault, I'm going to show you some of the wiring. Not too good with the technical terms, however, I believe this is an AND gate, as is this. Basic idea is, if you stand on two pressure plates or a switch or a button, whatever you're using, and get these two torches to turn off by powering the blocks underneath, this torch will then light up, which will send the redstone signal to this one, and then the third pressure plate will turn this one off. As you can see, they're both not off because I'm not on the pressure plate anymore, so there's no signal. But when I was, signal would come through here and hit the RS NOR latch, the 1-bit memory cell. Very, very useful. Once it hits this, the signal will switch and the output will open the door, and the reset button will hit this side of it, which will make it switch to close the door. It's currently in its off state, so the door is closed. It's very simple, but I think it's quite clever. Now the door is open, I'm mistaken. My bad. Here is the vault. There are 3 vaults: Josh's, Luke's, which is me obviously, and Jamie's is a guy that used to play with us but he doesn't play anymore. I'll show you around my vault. I won't show you Josh's today, maybe another time. Idea is, it's a 4-pin combination. Mine is 3, 4, 1, 2, which will open a piston door, which will then lead you onto the next line of security, which is levers. I would show you all the wiring behind here, but really can't be bothered, to be honest. It's not that interesting. Now, here's the vault. As you can see, everything's open at the moment. Normally when you'd come in here, it would be set up somewhat like this. So let's try it again. Pretend you didn't see anything. Come in, you see his chests you can't access. Switch here pulls that piston back, and I think it's a good idea to open this one. Probably not the best idea. Yeah. In order to open that chest, you need to know where this lever is to open this piston door, and then you need to know which switches to press. And there's a bunch of repeaters running underneath the floor to make it harder to guess the code, because it won't open instantly. You have to wait for it to open, and then you can get into the chest. And that is my vault. And on second thoughts, may as well show you the wiring while I'm here. Oh god, can't remember that bit. It's a similar thing. The objective of the game here is to turn this torch on. Once it's on, it can turn this off, and this will turn this off, which will then go down here and turn that torch off, which will then unpower the pistons, opening the door essentially. So it's all very simple, all based on the same idea. Yeah, that's that one. Let's just lock it back up. There we go. behind here is a series of 4 RS NOR latches that are connected, and if not pressed in order then it's not going to work. This is for a separate part of a vault which is not done yet, so I'm not going to talk about that. But here is the RS NOR latches, and here's the connections to each other. And once done, we'll send the signal to the pistons again, which will open up here. And that, guys, is the CE Mega Builders vaults, which, a bit of a spoiler alert, is going to become a part of the train station. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but there's a lot of work here to be done. So, I hope you enjoyed this little video. Don't forget to subscribe to Cube Excellence Into Gaming. I've got to go record the next episode of CE Mega Builders now, so I'll catch you guys in a bit. Bye.